Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, and this is a follow-up to a previous video where I did some help guides and stuff. Now, there's been some things I've been testing out, and I've got a little bit more of a verdict, but don't keep everything for granted. I will tell you what is confirmed from what I can tell. Now, for those of you that are trying to increase your player level, because it does increase how much durability your own base has, this happens to be the best area in order to actually get EXP per stamina, because it's at a rate of 2.5 per one stamina. And the thing is, you still get more if you can 3-star it, which will increase the amount you get by another 50%. So that 2.5 ends up being like a 3.75 per one stamina if you can 3-star the stage. So always try to 3-star if you're actually trying to get some more player rank. It doesn't increase unit EXP. I've confirmed that one. Now, in the case of unit EXP, you can grind it out on these quests, but hands down the best way to get it is through the Monday, the Wednesday, and the Friday quests. So you can actually get that type of stuff. Currently, right now, where I'm recording this is the Saturday quest. It is a very good way to rack up coins. I've done it quite nicely. And then on top of that too, you can get some decent stones from these Tuesday and Thursday quests, but you're going to want to do the higher difficulties. Now when you actually go into the quests, the drops between hard and super hard don't really seem to change, except for maybe this the one for the different presents and whatnot you can give in the secret visits. As far as it goes to the original stage bonuses where you get the sellable units or the ones with high EXP, they don't seem to change between expert and hard. I mean, between hard and super hard. So that said, you could get away with actually doing the 30 stamina one compared to the 45 one. The 45 one does seem to have a little bit higher of a drop rate, but it's also less efficient for player EXP because it's like a 1.8 per stamina spent, as opposed to hard, which gives like a 1.4 per stamina spent. So yeah, I actually did have to do some hard. Well, it's not hard crunching really. You just divide player EXP by stamina, and that's your base rate. Remember, it's 1.5 if you 3-star it. But when it comes to grinding this stuff out, if you want the best overall, do the hard ones for the daily quests, and you'll do good on that one. Because it will give you a decent enough drop rate for this stuff, along with player EXP and all that. Because at the point I am, I need quite a few refills in order to actually get up one level now. I'm like level 41. And keep in mind, I've started this like roughly, I'd say the beginning of the month. So I've really come a while for that. Now, the other thing to know about too is the events and all this type of stuff. From what I've confirmed, you do not seem to get rares at all unless you do expert hard or higher. I've never ever seen one come from super hard or below. So that's something to know about. Events are really inefficient for experience for both units and players. So they're only there to get the event stuff basically. So if you're doing events, you will have to refill a hell of a lot more. But the interesting thing is the fact that between expert hard and ultra hard, if you can handle ultra hard, do it. I haven't been able to. You see how high level my team is, and I'm still getting smashed by ultra hard because there's an enemy right nearby the boss that you're supposed to beat, and she just wipes the floor with everyone. I think I need to get them all there to attack her. It's like the very instant she tries to target anyone, I gotta get all 8 of my characters to try and attack her, and even then I still might not win. I haven't fully tested it out yet, but that's a strategy I'd have to do for that. But quite frankly, I'm not too worried about any more stuff from this event anyways, because you can get the SSR and the UR characters up there, but since the experience quest is right here, like the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday quest right here, since hard and super hard has a tendency to drop liberties, then you really only need one copy of the SSR characters. And then you just grind out liberties from these if you really want to. Now, when it comes to the UR characters, you only tend to get deliveries for them from events if they even offer the event. This one does not. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to get the UR characters multiple times more than likely from events. But don't take it too bad if you don't get them, because quite frankly, it is very, very hard to get a lot of crap from these. And I'm not even kidding on that one. Now, why there's another Amelia right past that Leocadia is beyond me, but that's just how it is. But I need 17 million points in order to do this. Now, the good news is, the characters you get from this can give you bonus points. I don't know if stacking multiple copies of them work like that or not. Bad news is, it's trying to get that high up on a point scale. So that's something to know. And events do give you stamina drinks, so that's something to know about. They'll also give you rare tickets and all that type of stuff. You should already know about that from now. But the one thing that always gets me is events like this, where, and I've racked up quite a bit of stuff, but honestly, I've slowed down on grinding on this until they give more stages, because Expert Hard is doable, but it's like, it's starting to be a drag now because I'm only getting like maybe 40,000 per run. But let's see here. Yeah, this event's handing out rare gacha tickets like crazy. And then there's UR gems from it too. This is the main reason why you probably want to do this. It's because these liberties are very hard to combat at UR ones. Now, my suggestion, if you are a free player, you're better off saving those UR liberties for the gacha characters. If you are not a free player, then you may or may not want to just save them and just use them on whoever is lagging behind. So that's something to know. Like, I am tempted to use that liberty on Karen because she's a very powerful unit. But yeah, you can get a crap ton of stuff from this. So that's something to know. And last but not least is the whole gacha thing. If you can save magic gems, it is obviously better to do the 10+1. Because as you can see right here, you either spend 1,000 for 10 rolls or 1,000 for 11. So try to save up your magic gems if you can. Best way, hands down, definitely still is the arena. You see, I'm starting to get quite a few. Now, the ranking rewards can get very high up there. If you can get first in 2 days, because you get rewarded every single day. If you can get first in 2 days, you got enough for a 10+1. But the problem is, there are some very powerful teams that are up here too. I've just recently fought a team that had nothing but UR characters, so that's something to worry about. And then I've seen a few that's got a power rating of like 50,000 or something. It's insane. But what you never ever should do is try to spend magic gems in order to win more. Especially considering the fact that, honestly, the best time to really try and go all out on that, if you do choose that method, is like the last few minutes where it's about to hit the day change. For me, it's midnight, and I live on the East Coast. But the thing is, don't try to go all out unless you absolutely know you're going to dominate the rankings, because, of course, the higher up in the rankings, the more of these you get. Which, I honestly kind of hated that system, because it's like, it rewards players for being whales, more than likely. It's like, I never really did like that system in games. It's like, if you're going to do it, at least give them free stuff. Like, I would be handing them prosperity and all that type of stuff. Magic gems are extremely hard to come by, and it doesn't really count as free because it can be premium currency. So, that can tend to make the strong get far stronger, in fact. Because let's face it, 500 magic gems, that's either half of the 10+1 right there, or 50 refills for stamina. And you can do a lot with that. So, yeah. Don't spend your magic gems to really do that. And then, like I said before, When you're starting off, attack up tends to be good because you can start dishing out more damage, hopefully, before you get taken out. But when you start leveling up your characters and whatnot, defense up really does seem to take you a long way. I really, really hate facing Holly, who's an event UR unit, who came out in an event that happened before I even played this game. But that's the thing. I really hate dealing with her because she can dish out quite a bit of damage. But the defense up really helps me deal with her. Especially considering the fact that if you have Galette, defense up is just made for her. She becomes super tanky, especially if she uses her ability. It is incredible how much she can withstand. Which is why I tend to beef up her defenses and whatnot if I can. Like, hands down, you will want to go out of your way to get all these loyalty bonuses, and that will greatly help. But as you can see, I'm pushing up her defense. I gave her a little bit more attack speed only because the ring did it, and more critical because, well, you see why. She's got like a 57% critical rate. Why not? And then attack speed, it seems like to be an increase of the normal attack rate. So that's like, she's 1.5 times more likely to attack compared to somebody that would have an attack speed of 0. I don't know full details on that, but definitely can up it a little bit higher. And then I got these critical rings too, so she's really getting like a 270 something boost. But yeah, I tend to spike her stats up. She's very, very, very tanky, and she can still level up some more. I might just indeed put the like, it depends on what those liberties give, because they're separated between different things. If that ends up being a liberty for a ranged character, I can't use it. But if it ends up being a liberty you can use across the board, then I will hands down give this to either Galette or Karen. Because they're very powerful units. And then, one last thing I gotta mention too. When you do the secret visit, and you actually boost up somebody, like I'm boosting up the current event girl right now. Like, you can feed them stuff. There's stuff that'll give them bonus, but honestly, I don't worry about it too much, because if you're spamming the event, you can get these like crazy, especially on the higher difficulties. But when you complete somebody's loyalty, it goes across all units of them. So if you have multiple copies, every last one of them will get the 100% loyalty bonus. That's something to know about, because say they're like a character from the gacha you can get again. Like, I've managed to pull that Mary character again. If I pull her again, her loyalty bonus is going to stay at 100%. So, that's something to know. It's like I can get a fresh level 1 character, but they'll still have the 100% loyalty. So that is a very good touch this game gives. You don't have to go back and do it again like how Flower Knight Girl was. They consistently get the stat bonus regardless of whether they're in your group or not. All you have to do is pull them once. And that's the other thing. You can get their own. You can see their unlock scenes and all that there. Now, one last tip I gotta give is, like, when you go smelting gemstones, I wouldn't go too happy on it. Just smelt them as you need, because it seems you can have a very nice inventory of gemstones here, but when you smelt them, it goes into a rings inventory and it starts clogging up space. So I would just try to save these here if you can. But as you can see, I got this, and then two of them. And I got this. You can obviously see the total differences between all of them. So that's something to know about. And you can see the cost varies based on how rare they are. The ones you get from events where it seems like they'll give you like multiple stats, they always cost 1 coin. They are highly sought after because, 1, you don't get them that often. 2, they're powerful and you can make them for cheap. So that's something to know. But if you really want to go out your way, I wouldn't even waste time on these ones, because even at higher levels, these boosts aren't too good. These maybe, but these are the ones you want to aim for, especially if you manage to get a lucky on them. I did in a few cases, because if you're trying to focus on one stat, that's up to 21%. So that's something to know. You may or may not want to increase the defense ones. It depends on the units. But the ones that you always go after is definitely HP, attack, and if you can find them, range or critical. Because range and critical can do a lot too. And then one last thing, always do your daily stuff. I can't do it right here, but always do your daily stuff. It's 25 magic gems every single day. So assuming you can get rank 1 in arena, that is 525 magic gems you get a day. But anyways, that's all I got for this, guys. And yeah, you've noticed she's here a lot because honestly, I like her a lot. Plus, I'm kind of drawn to the dark looking girls or whatever. That's kind of why I beefed up Mary's on loyalty rating. So yeah, I mean, hey, I'm called Dark Frozen Depths, and on a Facebook group too called the Anime Lovers Club, I've known as Dark Frost on there. I'm like the only one posting on it anymore. But yeah, dark is kind of my thing. Darkness and ice, basically. Water too is a sub thing. That's why I make Kazuko like that. But anyways, that's enough of this. I'm gonna get back to doing some more stuff because I've been going out through adventure and actually trying to go back and do this. I'm trying to do this without refills, in fact, so I can go get all of these, get the stage bonus of 15 magic gems. I mentioned something about that in the previous videos. There's a little bit more info about that there. But, anyways, that's all for this video, guys. I'm going to get back to this, and take care.